Hey Chris, how are you?
Hi Tony, how are you?
Good, thanks, yeah. But first of all, the condition of the squad, any injuries or concerns, anything like that?
No, fully fit squad I believe, but all bar Dane Massey's who's a bit of a long-term injury and wasn't really kind of thought of, but now everyone's fighting fit and ready to go and plenty of minutes in the legs given the amount of games we've had in recent weeks as well, which is a plus.
And how could you compare this campaign to 2016? Because it's extraordinarily different in circumstances, isn't it?
Yeah, it's given the year we've had, we may not have thought we'd be in this position, given the kind of domestic upheaval we had, especially after lockdown. But happy to be here again. It's a lot of the same. You know, we've come in as champions of our domestic season from last year, and it's a good experience, good group of lads who are here in 2016, which I suppose will only benefit us now because we were all fresh to it there in 2016, and now we've lads who've been there and played in it, which can only help.
You've had some great nights in Tallaght in European competition, but equally you've had some great nights in the Europa as well. Would you prefer to be in the Europa?
Yeah, personally, yeah, because I've been unlucky and missed the last two visits, so it would have been a personal thing. But look, Tallagh's still a great facility, you know. We know the pitch well, we know the surroundings very well, you know. We play here twice a year, every year, and like you said, we've had some memorable nights here in Tallaght in Europe as well, and we'll be hoping to add to them tomorrow night.
Thanks, Chris.
No worries, Tony.
Yeah. Anyone next? Yeah. No. Maybe not. Yeah, fire. Yeah, fire. Yeah, fire, Damien.
There's a couple of kids sitting here off the wall. Hey, Chris.
The story, are you?
Oh, good. So, yeah, Chris, I was just going to ask you, you were talking about the previous campaign, and it was a tough group as well, and you got 4 points out of it. When you look at this group on paper, I know it's hard to judge these things sometimes on paper, but do you think it's going to be easier or harder to get points in this group than it was in the previous one?
It's quite similar. I believe the last time we drew Zenit, I think they were the highest ranked team in the competition, and then I believe Arsenal are this time as well. And then you look at the Rapid Vienna and Molde, you know, it's much similar to the group we had in 2016 maybe. So we'll be looking at, you know, you got to take each game as it comes, especially these clubs would be probably still more European experienced than we are, but you can't go in expecting to get nothing, or you'll get nothing. So you have to go in, you know, hoping to win points, and this is what we will be what we'll be hoping as a group of players.
You could probably tell us a bit better than what I know you said you didn't play the game, but just from talking to your teammates, it seemed maybe the last game there that perhaps the pitch maybe a little bit too big and expansive for Dundalk. How much you might argue with that? Do you think Tallaght might suit the way Dundalk want to play these games a little bit better than the stadium, or is there really what's the difference between those two pitches?
I take it you haven't taken a run around outside, have you? It's still quite big. Corner flag, the corner flag. No, I think maybe the Aviva pitch, it looks huge, obviously because of the surroundings, the stadium around it. But this pitch is big, but a big pitch always suits us for our style of play. Maybe you look back at the performance against KI, a few lads maybe would have admitted it was their first time in a situation like that, and there might have been some nerves about it. But then that's a good thing to have under the belt now going into these group stages, because we're going to come up against big expansive pitches wherever we play, whether it be the Aviva, Emirates, or in Norway or Austria. So big pitches suit us. It's about how we combat if it suits the other teams.
And just like you're asking finally on Molde as well, I'm sure as the midfield enforcer, you will have noticed that they do get a lot of goals from midfield. Is that something you've noticed and spoken about before this game?
Yeah, we've done we've done our video session yesterday on them. You know, you have to focus on you have to really home in on their strengths, and obviously their midfield goals are a strength of theirs. They pretty much score from everywhere in the squad. I believe the fullbacks even have goals. So me personally, I'll become 1-on-1 against the creative midfielder or a goal scorer in 8, and it'll be my job to stop them from scoring goals. But as of late, we've seen it in ourselves. Sean Murray especially, he likes this competition. He's started to add more goals to his games, and even Greg Sloggett and Patrick McElhenney. You know, it's very easy for them to pop with a goal too. Cheers, Stephen.
Perfect. That's really the end of the online part. So if anyone has any questions from the dailies, questions for tomorrow, yeah. What? Sorry. No, it's finished now. Just over. Anyone else?
Yeah, Chris, can I jump
Yeah.
in there for one? It's Gavin here from the 42. Can I ask what the manager has done well, Chris, to turn the season around and get you back on track to this extent?
Well, he's got us in the Europa League group stage, I suppose, is the easy answer. But no, I don't know. We've always been a team that would be proud how we perform, and obviously we weren't performing that great post-lockdown, and you know, it would have hurt nobody more than the squad of players we have, because we're so used to success. That lull we went through really did hurt deep in the dressing room. So it was about us as players to, you know, get the G up again and start performing again. And Filippo and Giuseppe have come in and done excellently. They've worked well with the players. You know, they've put an arm around a few who needed it, and they kick up the hole for other lads who need it. But it's just we've kind of come hand in hand, a good suit for each other, and it's kind of shown on the pitch now. Cheers.
We all good?
Chris, just what about the suggestion after the KI game that, you know, you probably, I think you admitted it there yourself, that there was a few nerves on the night and there was a lot to fight for, but that you really will have to play an awful lot better to compete in the group stage?
Yeah, that's a fair enough comment, and I believe the lads who played on the night, you know, I don't want to comment, I was sitting in the, you know, the easy seats. I'd say lads on the night, they admitted that it wasn't their best performance, but in that part of the competition it was a results-based business, because you want to be in this was the grand prize, so whatever way we had to win. Now in a group format, as it becomes more of a mini league, you know, you can't be underperforming or you will be punished because there's bigger and better teams at this stage of the competition.
How do you feel you sort of match like you know, it's a very different group to a point, it's a different group from 2016. There's been maybe an argument that it's maybe not as dynamic as a team as it was maybe under Stephen sort of 4 years ago in Europe. Is that a fair assessment? Is that harsh, or how do you see that?
I'd say it's maybe harsh because we can only, you know, maybe bigger names when Stephen was in charge, and Stephen had this great reputation of performing in Europe and performing domestically, and we are a new group of players together, but we can only, if that's the word, we can only go out and try and disband that tomorrow by being dynamic and being an exciting football team, which we know we can be.
We have time for one more.
Sorry, cheers, Paul.
Chris, is there anything you can learn from 2016 that you can let the lads who have never been through this before, what to expect or how to prepare for a game like this?
I suppose it's kind of hard this time around because we were dealing with difficult away games with difficult hostile crowds, where now it's empty stadiums all around, albeit given the local laws if there's 30% in. But my only thing I can say to the lads is really do try and enjoy it. Try not to let your nerves get the better of you, because you never know when you'll be back in a situation like this. And it is, for me in 2016, it was memories that will live a lifetime. And now I'm getting to relive it in 2020 with a new group of players. So I just try and home in on the lads, like really do try and enjoy it to the best of your ability.
Hi Filippo. Can I just ask what it means for you personally to be leading your team into the Europa League campaign?
I don't understand.
What does it mean for you to be leading your team into a Europa League campaign?
Oh, it's a big privilege, and we are really exciting to be here. We just hope to do well and to make happy the fans, the town, all Dundalk, for all the support that they are giving us, for sure.
And what do you think is a realistic objective for the group stage?
Get points everywhere, right? Perform, do well, be competitive, show everyone that Dundalk deserve to be there, and they can perform at high level. This is our objective.
Thanks very much. Good luck.
Filippo, Stephen here from Off the Ball. I was just talking to Chris just about the fact that they didn't seem to score goals from anywhere on the pitch, and I'm just wondering what your own analysis has told you about that. You know, why are they such a threat from each area, and can you maybe tell us how you hope to try and nullify that tomorrow night?
I'm sorry.
They score goals from a lot of different areas of the pitch. Why do we think that is, and what are we going to do to try and stop that tomorrow night?
Them.
Yeah.
Well, we are studying them with Shane, with Giuseppe, and of course we have our strategy. But of course we're not gonna say here what is our strategy eventually to stop them. So you guys gonna see tomorrow what we are preparing for them. I don't like to give advantage to nobody, especially to a strong team like Molde.
They are missing their star striker, Micah James. He's out with muscle injury, and that must make your job a little bit easier tomorrow night.
I can't hear.
So, Leek James, the centre forward, is out injured. He's just saying, does that make our job easier tomorrow night with him out?
I don't think so. They have really strong squad with the international players. It's a really good team. We watch them. I don't think that one player is going to make the difference in their lineup at all.
They fell away a bit in their own championship at home in the league table, but they bounced back at the weekend with a win against the top team. It looked like they would be champions. What did you learn from that match? Have you seen much of it?
Yes, we watch even this game. I think they did well. We know what are their strengths. We know what are their weakness, like all the team. But we study more than one game. So just less game is not enough. They did quite a good something. We saw something that didn't work for them, and we are preparing our strategy.
Just to finish then, I'm sure the players are very excited about this, about playing in the group stage of the competition, but some of them have been here before, so do you think that maybe that takes away some of the nerves and excitement that could maybe be a negative thing tomorrow night?
About the team or about us? If we are nervous?
Themselves, the Dundalk players.
I think we'll be nervous.
No, we're not gonna be nervous tomorrow. We had a problem with this in the playoff when we play KI, but for there, it was a big thing, the playoff, to get to the stage. Now I think we're gonna perform. We are more relaxed. We have nothing to lose. We have just to do well and show that we can compete at this level.
Thank you.
No problem.
Filippo, can I ask you, you famously described coming to Ireland, to Dundalk, as a kamikaze mission, and now it's turned into something of a fairy tale, hasn't it?
Yes, sometimes when you start a mission is the kamikaze, and then you jump in a dream, but then the dream and the mission become your normality, and now this is our normality, and we have to perform at this stage. It is what it is now. It's changing a little bit, yes.
But what does it mean for you personally, and I guess for Giuseppe as well, and Shane of course, but for you guys coming here unknown in the international world of football, and now you're building quite a reputation?
Well, this is when you work hard during your life, right? You study, you go around the world to learn, and then sometimes this pay off, and now we have our opportunity. I'm just sad that for many good coaches around the world, sometimes all the work that they put doesn't pay off. I hope that our story can help coaches around the world that they have to have a kind of dream, and we are the example that the dream can come true if you work hard.
Can I ask you, your countrymen Italy are coming here for a game on Saturday, but that's probably the reason why you can't play in the Aviva tomorrow. Was that very disappointing for you, having had that result in the Aviva Stadium against KI?
Well, for me, I know that for the club was important play there, but for me, to be honest, there is no difference. And I know that my players, they are happy to play here. So, and if they are happy, they feel comfortable to play in this stadium, I am happy too.
All right. Okay.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thanks.
Okay, we'll move on to the embargoed part now. So, anyone?
So, just a quick one there. Just Filippo,
what?
Can you give us an update on injuries?
Oh, yeah.
Anybody out for definite? Anybody who is? Can you give us an update?
Yeah, we have some minor injuries that we are looking for, and tomorrow we are gonna decide who's gonna be part for the squad, about the squad, and but nothing major.
Thank you.
Okay. So embargoes. Anyone for questions? Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
Filippo, first of all, best of luck tomorrow and for the group stage. But can I just ask, who's your coaching idol? What's the philosophy that you look to mostly as a coach? Be that anybody in any sport.
Well, there is a mix of coaches that I like. There are I don't know, in soccer, in football, of course. I can think to Italian coaches that I follow from when I was young, like Giampaolo, like Sarri. Now the new guy, the new coach that coach in Sassuolo, that is De Zerbi. The Italian coaches for sure, and then of course coaches on the past, Sacchi, Lippi, that they build the story of the Italian football, and then many other coaches for us that, you know, for me they could be Guardiola, they could be, but you want to learn something from everyone, but then you have your own philosophy, your own way to see football, but of course you can learn from everyone.
Okay, thank you, Filippo. Best of luck for the rest of the group stage.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead, Owen,
Filippo, before the Sheriff game and game before last week, you said that you knew your team was going to play well and could get a result. You have the same feeling before this game?
Yes, I do, because I see them work. I can see them work every day. I can see them perform in practice. I can see them, you know, ready to for this difficult task. So I feel really positive that tomorrow we're gonna have a really important performance. And then usually when we perform well, then something good happen even in terms of the results. So I am really positive.
Why do you think this team has been good and improving that when stepping over levels they can perform?
I don't understand.
Why do you think that this team has always performed at a higher level under challenge? They consistently raise their own performance.
Well, this I think is this is a really successful team. They are players that they are, for them win is in their they have a winning mentality, and when the challenge raise, you can see them more focused. You can see them raise their level. It's a quality that is already in this squad. So we didn't bring this. This was already here. We are facilitator for that. We try to help them technically and tactically, but they have this kind of mentality already. So this is a big advantage.
Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Hi, Filippo. Can I jump in there?
Yeah,
Just one question from me. You mentioned all the legendary Italian coaches there have been throughout the years. Do you see this Europa League group stage as a chance to make your name back home in Italy, given how high profile the games are?
No, I don't think so. That's not my objective. My objective is just do well with the team. Show that we can perform at this level is a challenge, but I don't think so big. That's not really realistic. Let's stay with our feet in close to the ground, and then we see.
It could be a spin-off of, by focusing on the team, it might be a spin-off result of that.
I don't understand.
By focusing on the team, if the team performs, your own name will grow and will get a lot of credit.
Yes, but the focus has to be not on me at all. It's really secondary for me. For the way that I think and the way that our philosophy to manage a team that we believe is a family, that where we have to work together, where we have to cover each other. I never think about one individual, and for sure I don't think about me in this moment. It's about everyone. It's about the club. It's about the town. I think this is a big and important thing for all Ireland if Dundalk does well. It's not about Filippo at all.
Thanks, Filippo.
No problem.
Darren, can I just ask Shane a question?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Fire ahead.
You need a
There you go, Shane.
I know you normally have a very, very good handle on your opposition teams. What do you make of them? Where do you sort of place the Norwegian league in comparison to sort of levels that we might be operating at tomorrow?
Yeah, look, they're very, very strong, Paul. There's no doubt about that. Look, they were probably going through a bit of an issue similar to our own in that they were struggling a little bit to juggle domestic football with European competition. They have obviously bounced back with 2 wins in their last 2 domestic games, but previous to that they had 3 defeats, and I think that was a problem trying to juggle both competitions. But look, in terms of comparisons, look, I wouldn't think there's a million miles between themselves and Sheriff. And obviously we equipped ourselves very, very well in that game, so we would be confident enough. Look, as one of the guys said earlier, they're a team that has a lot of quality all over the field rather than relying on 1 or 2 star names, really. And that's been seen by the fact that the goals have been shared around so much. I think they'll have a lot of attacking quality, but we would be looking at them defensively and thinking that there might be 1 or 2 areas that we could possibly go and exploit. So goals, Paul, I think, goals.
That's not the thanks.
Think we're all good, are we? Oh.
Yes.
Good question about, you spoke about after the last game in the Aviva how the team, maybe the pressure got to them a bit and the performance was affected by the pressure. Are you confident that the team now have learned from that, and maybe is it easier to control those emotions against a team who are maybe perceived to be a little bit better than the team you're playing against?
Yes, it's important that we control our emotion, or we're not gonna perform. Especially when you want to control the game, when you want to have the ball, when you want to possess. If you are not relaxed, then this is gonna affect the technique. It's gonna affect the first touch. It's gonna affect the quality and the accuracy of the pass. This is normal. When you are tense, you can't perform like that. Maybe you can be aggressive, but then on the ball, you're not gonna perform well. So we really need to be calm. We really need to be emotionally composed and just focus on the tasks, on the tactical task, on the technical task, and try to play the way that we want to play.